Let's keep it going for number 4, defender Alejandra Lara. Keep that same energy for number 8, midfielder Jorge Alvarez.
Soccer is back in Las Vegas. Tonight, it's the 2022 home opener presented by the Castro Verde Law Group. The Llamas are back, the merchandise stands are open, and tonight, Las Vegas Lights FC hosting the defending regular season champion, Phoenix Rising FC. Welcome, Matt Peterson alongside the former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. Tonight is a home debut for Enrique Duran, the assistant coach last year for Steve Tarundolo, promoted to the head man after Tarundolo got the same job at LAFC.
Yeah, and it's great to see progression, isn't it, and continuity. A young team for the Lights. We saw that at times last year, but you see the starting lineup tonight. It's a lot of familiar faces, and Enrique in the management seat. The continuity, you'd like to see an improvement from the Lights, and I'm looking forward to see that progression tonight.
Cal Jennings back on loan from LAFC, had a great season last year, leading the Lights in goals.
Yeah, he's the talisman, isn't he? He's the goal scorer, but he does a lot more than score goals. He's powerful, he runs at defences, he's a bit of a defender's nightmare, really, isn't he? He's strong, powerful, scores goals, always looking to make something happen. He's a good person to watch, and he's one of those guys that you saw last season. You saw how much he did and how well he played, and you want to see him go on and improve on that this year.
Cal Jennings in the starting lineup tonight for Enrique Duran. For Phoenix, will come off the bench tonight, Greg Hurst. He's the newcomer, and he scored 13 goals last year with Union Omaha in League One.
Obviously, I'm really looking forward to seeing him play. Obviously, coming from Scotland, it's good to see someone come out here and make an impression in the American League. It shows the strength of USL, getting international players coming in and excelling, and hopefully he's going to be a big part. I know he's starting off the bench tonight, but he's going to be a danger when he comes on from the bench.
Phoenix beat Monterey Bay 4-2 last weekend. Vegas lost at New Mexico. The Lights looking to get their first win of the season. It's kickoff from Cashman Field when we come back.
Whoever you are, you're one of us. Whatever you want, we'll get you there. If you're not like anyone else, you're just what we're looking for. It's time to enroll in your future. Nevada State College.
So, you have a wedding and you forgot to get a haircut. Just open the Great Clips online check-in app. In a few taps, you're in, out, and wow. Pretty much the best looking guy at the party. We got you, and you got this. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
So it's game day, and you need to get your hair in shape. Enter Great Clips. Our skilled stylists save your haircut details and clip notes for the look you love almost as much as your team. We got you, and you got this. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
We know life gets hectic. Work, kids, sports. Who could expect you to remember ice for the barbecue, diapers for the baby, or maybe it's food for the dog? Can't get to Terribles? Get Terribles to you. With all the essential items you need, complete with contactless delivery right to your doorstep. And ordering couldn't be easier with the free Terrible Social House app or online at terribleherbs.com. You got this. Can't get to Terribles? Get Terribles to you.
Las Vegas Light Soccer is presented by CoinCloud, the easiest way to buy and sell cryptocurrency. By Clark County Credit Union, proud sponsor of Las Vegas Lights FC. And by Finlay Mazda. Here's the starting lineup for Las Vegas Lights and Enrique Duran.
Yeah, it's probably as strong as you can see for the Lights. A real strong team. Masovsky up front, obviously one of the danger man, and Jennings, the man we mentioned earlier. You'd like to see them two being the creative spark for the Lights tonight.
And look at number 12 there, his debut, the Norwegian out of Cal State, LA, Morten Bjørsvold. Now for Phoenix, under head coach Rick Shanton, his 6th season, coming off a 4-2 win. The one change, Craig Hurst out of the lineup. He's replaced by Claudio Repetto.
Yeah, it's a Phoenix Rising team, strong as always. We've seen in the last few years they've been one of the top teams in the league. Maybe not as strong as they have been in previous years, but you still want to look at Moa, being the target man and the danger man.
There's the Spaniard. Enrique Duran was the assistant for Steve Cherundolo last season. He's out of the LAFC Academy, and tonight is his home debut. Here we go from Cashman Field. The Lights in the white and blue, the visitors Phoenix Rising in the black, and a first touch for the goalkeeper. And it's possession football from the get-go for Las Vegas Lights, beginning here in the first minutes. Over the top.
Yeah, I think the Lights this year, the coach Enrique mentioned in the call through the week that he wants to play possession football, he wants to play tiki-taka, and you want to see them have that confidence, and hopefully the Lights can keep the ball and can try and dictate the play. I think at times last year they maybe were a little bit naive and let teams dominate them.
Well, it's a very strong team. Tomas Romero, the goalkeeper, he was the first choice most of last season for LAFC, and Bob Bradley. He comes back to Las Vegas to begin the 2022 season. A player like Frank DeRoma, one of the main players for Las Vegas, he comes off the bench tonight. So it feels like there's better depth to start 2022 for Las Vegas.
Oh, for sure. I think we can all say DeRoma is possibly one of the better players all year.
Here's a chance early for Phoenix, dealt with well by Tony Leon.
Yeah, going back to DeRoma was one of the better players for the year for the Lights, and to say that he's on the bench to start the season shows that this Lights team is particularly strong. I think the end of last year, the Lights were decimated with injuries, weren't they? They struggled to get a continuous team, and I think Enrique Duran will be looking for this team to start continuous games and really get the team to gel.
An early free kick here for Phoenix. And it's the collective now. John Thornton, the sporting director for LAFC, Steve Cherundolo, the new head coach at LAFC, Enrique Duran has been in the academy for years, promoted from academy or from assistant coach at Las Vegas to head coach. So those three have known each other for a while now, and I think have a lot of the same footballing principles.
Yeah, and it's kind of the model they have in Europe, isn't it, where coaches get promoted, teams evolve as they go from youth all the way through, and having the three directors and coaches manage to go through the different stages of the club, it shows the continuity, and it's shown the development of LAFC for such a small club to have that in place, or well, not a small club, a new club in the MLS to have that in position.
Quinn or Rodriguez? Rodriguez leaves it for Quinn. Quinn back for Rodriguez. Well defended by Las Vegas. Good shoulder barge there. Rodriguez to win possession. He goes back to Quinn. Quinn will try his luck. And Crisostomo blocked the shot. Throw in Phoenix.
Yeah, and Quinn's got that left foot, hasn't he? You don't want to be giving him strikes from distance. He's a pleasure to watch when he opens that left leg up and gives it a strike. And this time defensively, the Lights prevented it from reaching Romero in the goal.
Phoenix aggressive here in the early going. They scored just 2 minutes into the season opener last week at home to Monterey Bay. It was Manuel Madrid, a diving header 2 minutes in for a 1-0 lead and a 4-2 win. Vegas lost 2-0 on Sunday at New Mexico.
Yeah, going away to New Mexico is a difficult place to play, isn't it? It's not a place you're expecting to get the 3 points. I think this will be the more telling game for the Lights to see if they have progressed early in the season from last year. Just the continuity of the team and the experience they gained last year is clearly going to help them going into this new season. And obviously, it being the new season, hope springs eternal, and you have a good start. There's no end in what you can achieve.
All the way back to Benjamin Lunt. There was 3 goalkeepers last year for Phoenix, only 2 this season, a little bit more clear-cut. The backup is the former Las Vegas Light goalkeeper Lalo Delgado, who was the #1 in 2020. But it's Lunt's job to lose here at the start of the season. Headed away, and early touches for Babukar Jai, the 26-year-old from the Gambia, who spent last season at Rio Grande Valley. There's Romero sliding over. And it's a big opportunity now for Romero, who was primarily #1 last year for Bob Bradley. Not a 34 game in MLS #1, but got the majority of the starts now in competition with LAFC. And Duran told him, hey, look, in some ways it's better to be the #3, where you get to play with the reserve team, than the #2, where you might sit on the bench all season.
Well, it's exactly right, isn't it? As a young goalkeeper, you just have to be playing at a professional level. And coming here to the Lights, it's a challenge. It's not going to be an easy game. Look at the team they're playing tonight. Phoenix has some quality players. So he's a young man. He just needs to keep his head up and keep working hard. And it's up to him to go and win that #1 spot back over at LAFC. But playing for the Lights, he's a young man. It's still a great achievement at his age to be a starting goalkeeper at a professional level.
They'll play out of the back once again. And that's one area they want to see improvement. Both he and Steve Cherundolo want to see him better with his feet and better commanding his box on crosses.
He's looked fairly good with his feet so far. He's played some nice diagonal passes out to the wide area. Looks fairly comfortable. Maybe Phoenix aren't putting as much pressure on as he would expect at the higher level. But no, if you get a coach that's telling you these are the things you need to work on, then it's up to him to go and do it.
Good push here from Jai. The cross from Jai is in the middle of the area, and it's cleared by Las Vegas. Foul committed. Las Vegas free kick. Cal Jennings tracking back to help out.
It's a strong start from Phoenix, isn't it? The Lights have struggled to get possession. They've been camped in their own half so far. Phoenix looking like a team that they've still managed to maintain the strong backbone. That was Jai, one of the additions to the squad, getting down the line. He's looking energetic and athletic down the left already. And it's good from Jennings there. He's put his body into a position where he may get hurt. Won a free kick for the Lights and taken a little bit of the pressure off.
Manuel Madrid went over the back to Jennings for the foul. The replay presented by Great Clips. It's a dynamic front three for Las Vegas. Cal Jennings, Danny Mazovsky, and Danny Trejo. Here's the restart. Benjamin Lunt, he played at Akron. He's from Germany. Second year with Phoenix on loan from FC Cincinnati. He was the USL goalkeeper of the year 2 years ago with Louisville City. Had a league best 9 shutouts.
Big in stature, isn't he? A tall goalkeeper.
Direct here. Dealt with well by Tony Leon. There's Rick Shantz. 6th year. Before that, FC Tucson in the PDL from 2010 to 2017. He played at University of Portland in the mid-90s. Here's a cross. Easily dealt with by Romero. Shantz saying this week very direct comments about Las Vegas, that they're one of the weaknesses for Vegas is defensive transition.
I don't think he was wrong in the comments. It's defensively weak in transition, I think is what he said, but he also mentioned that the Lights are outstanding on the other way going forward. So, but that's what a team like the Lights has to learn, is that football's 2 ways, isn't it? It's offense and defense, and if anything, defensive transition is more important. There were so many times last year where the Lights were looking dominant. They'd go 1-0 up, and then just out of nowhere, they'd give up a goal from a team breaking on them.
In midfield here.
You see early here, the team playing every time it goes to Romero. He's not looking to go long early. He's going to play the ball to his defenders. They're going to open up the play. They're trying to play out from the back, and you see here from right back to left back, and good possession play from the Lights, looking confident on the ball.
Well, there On your screen, number 12, it's a great story. Morton Bjorschel, he's the Division II Player of the Year out of Cal State LA, which is where the Las Vegas Lights practice. And Cal State LA won the Division II National Championship last year. And Coach Duran told us this week they've been trying to get him in. The paperwork didn't go through. He makes his pro debut tonight after winning a national championship last fall at Cal State LA.
Yeah, great progression for him, isn't it? To come in. Obviously, they've probably seen a lot of him by training at the same complex. And then sometimes in football, you just need that little bit of luck to be in the right place at the right time. And I know they're excited to have him in.
Here he is defending on the edge of the box. Gets some support from Quezada. And it'll be interesting to watch their relationship tonight because Quezada listed as the right back, but we've seen Bjorschel out wide as Quezada pushes forward. Quezada is a very versatile player, is the right back to start things off as we see Masovsky draw the free kick.
Very versatile being the understatement, isn't it? You never know where he's going to turn up on the pitch. He's played right back, left wing. He's everywhere, but it's a testament to his abilities that he can play in so many different positions. And you see the trust that Enrique Duran and last year Steve Cherundolo had in him.
What's interesting, it looks like Quezada is playing in the midfield, and Bjorschel is the furthest.
Yeah, I think
defender.
Bjorschel's out on right back. Quezada's moved into the central, well, the right side of the central midfielders, which Quezada's got all the ability to do because we know how athletic he is, and he'll bring energy in there as well.
Here come Phoenix back the other way. Santi Moar. Excellent from Quinn. Rodriguez tees it up. Lambert wide of the target.
Good play from Phoenix, wasn't it? Really, they got the ball wide into the striker, out to Lambert. It's a speculative effort from distance, but good play from the Rising. Really opened up the lights for the first time there, and he's just dragged that shot a little bit. Never looked really comfortable in taking the shot from distance.
Well, the interesting part is Alejandro Lara is playing center back. He can play as the number 6. He played as the number 6 last week against New Mexico, and Coach Duran told us that it will depend on the opponent, the size they have in midfield, the size they have up front. Lara can play as the 6 or as a center back. Tonight he's at center back, which moves Morton Bjorschel to right back. Here come the Lights, 3 versus 4. Slip through for Trejo. Trejo's left-footed hit is in! Las Vegas Lights have an opening goal. They weather the storm against Phoenix, and it's the first of the year for Danny Trejo.
Well, we said they were strong in the transition attack. It came from nowhere. It's that man Jennings. He always loves to get the ball in that number 10 spot, turn, and use his athleticism. And he's played a great ball into Danny Trejo. I thought he'd put too much on it, and the defender was going to be favourite to get it. But Trejo's pace got him there. Here's Jennings, great little slid pass through. I thought the defender was going to get there, but Trejo just won the race, and what a finish. Slotted it right into the bottom corner, and what a start for the Lights.
He was injured at this time last season. He's starting for the 2nd straight game, and Enrique Duran must be so pleased with Danny Trejo.
You saw the signs last year. He had that lengthy injury. He was out for the majority of the season. And when he first came back in, you could see he'd been injured. He impressed, but he could only do it in short spells. But towards the end of the year, you could see he has ability. He's got a lot of skill, and he's got a record where he has an eye for a goal. And you saw there, first time finish, absolutely perfect. And the Lights there showing what they have and the firepower they have going forward.
Well, last time these teams met, it was 6-3 Phoenix over Vegas. Many of those goals were scored in the first half hour. But Vegas has the lead over Phoenix. It was a day game in October, and the Phoenix players, the visitors, were celebrating on some mattresses that were pitchside.
Yeah, we've had some crazy games between these two, haven't we, in the last 2 seasons? The one thing we've been guaranteed is goals, though, isn't it? So, and it looks as though we may be going that way again. The Lights obviously a little bit under pressure early, but when you've got the players like Jennings, Masovsky and Trejo, you can always capitalise. It's a great ball from Jennings there. I thought Madrid looked like he was running on sand a little bit there, and Trejo used his pace, and what a finish.
Las Vegas weathered the storm, absorbed pressure for the first 12 minutes, and then Trejo capitalizes. 4 goals last year in his pro debut. He has the first goal for Las Vegas in 2022. And a great story. We talked about it a lot last year. But you think of LAFC and John Thorrington and their scouting network and finding, players mostly from the academy level, mostly teenagers. Trejo went from Mendoza, California, west of Fresno, to Cal State Northridge. He was the Big West Offensive Player of the Year in 2019. Played for LA Force in Niza in 2020. Trained with the Timbers U23s, FC Golden Force while in college. Here comes Phoenix back the other way. Pulled back, well defended. And signed out of the MLS draft, 14 overall pick by LAFC last year. Again, shows that different ways to acquire players. Trejo now a productive piece for LAFC and Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, and the most important thing is these guys they're giving him a chance. He's gone a longer route to get there, but as I mentioned it earlier, sometimes it's about right place, right time, getting that little bit of luck and having the work rate and the attitude to put the work to improve. And you saw that. And here's the Lights again on a counter-attack. The space behind Phoenix there's ample space in there. When you have the likes of Jennings and Masovsky, you've got to be careful if you play such a high line.
Masovsky runs it down. His return to Las Vegas. And now Vegas up a goal, playing with confidence. Slow across the back.
Maybe we didn't see this last year, but you see the confidence there. They've gone all the way into the right wing. And Masovsky's seen that the danger's probably not there. So they've just gone back and kept hold of the ball and just kept possession and shown the confidence that you don't always have to go forward. You can slow it down. And it's just a great ball from Jennings. And Trejo, nothing else on his mind there. He knows he's just going to slot it in that corner. It's a great finish first time. I think it might have been the first time he touched the ball.
Now, Phoenix, an excellent road team last year, 20 points away from home, 9 road wins. But down a goal against Las Vegas. And a free kick won. Morten Bjørsvold in his professional debut from Cal State, Los Angeles, by way of Norway, wearing number 12 for Las Vegas in his pro debut. I think he's going to be a set-piece threat. We watched some of his highlights from college, and many of them were set-piece headers, important goals for Cal State LA en route to the D2 championship last year.
Yeah, he's a big guy, and we saw in his highlight video on YouTube, he attacks the ball really well at times, so he will be a threat. And I think the Lights maybe needed that last year. They were potentially a little bit lightweight at times. I think add a few more bigger bodies to the team. It'll do them good.
Yeah, early days last year, it was defending long throw-ins against certain teams. That was an issue. But it's an experienced group now. Tony Leon is a year older.
But that's what's the best thing to see, isn't it? It's all faces we've seen. And you see so far, here we go again.
2-on-2. It's spilled to Trejo. Danny Trejo. And it's saved. Excellent that time. Closing the space by Benjamin Lund, the Phoenix goalkeeper.
Oh, Trejo obviously fancies it tonight, doesn't he? You see him here. He's gone at one-on-one with the defender. His fast feet has gone away. Maybe a little bit lucky. It's just that touch there, I think. But as soon as he got in the box, he just needed to do what he did previous and hit it across the goalkeeper. That last touch maybe took it away from him. But you see the space that the Lights are getting when they go forward and have some direction in their play.
Rick Shantz, head coach, looking on. Chrysostoma will take the corner. He went from Las Vegas Lights player to an LAFC player midway through last season. It's a header just over the bar. We mentioned it. Morten Bjørsvold, the Norwegian, in his pro debut, rising to win that header.
I won't say you predicted that one. Have you done the scouting report tonight, Mike? That was
once in a blue moon.
No, and by the way, he's really unlucky there. That's a hard skill when the ball's coming across at pace like that, to direct it back in the opposite direction. And that could, on another day, that could have dropped under the bar and gone into the net. But you see him winning that header. We mentioned he's a big guy, but he's also looked really comfortable on the ball here. He's getting a lot of possession as the Lights are trying to play out from the back, and he's looking very composed.
Well, sometimes it's just a natural fit. He's the best player on the national championship team that shares a practice facility with you, Cal State LA and Las Vegas Lights LAFC.
It is what happens in football, and I experienced it in my career, is the lower levels can be more difficult. Sometimes players, when they get a raise in level, they're around better players, and they improve 10%. So the fact that he would have been around, they'll have seen him, they'll probably played with him a few times. I can probably guarantee they probably played friendlies against each other, and they could see the quality. You bring him in a train, and his level raises.
Santi Moar with the switch. Phoenix looking for the answer, down a goal. Danny Trejo, the first goal of the season for Las Vegas Lights. They have a lead at home to Phoenix. Of course, it's been a one-sided rivalry. Last year, the first game these teams played in Phoenix. The Rising set USL Championship records, 41 shots, 19 on goal. That was a younger Vegas team.
You see one thing to notice so far here is look at the shape of the Lights. They're in tight, they're compact. You can see loads of bodies around each other. They aren't pressing up high, but they're getting everyone behind the ball, and they're going to be difficult to break down. And now you win the ball, now you break.
It's Jennings dropping off almost as a fourth midfielder in there defensively, and then he leads the break once he wins it.
Yeah, so they're kind of playing a 4-3-3, but then when they lose the ball, come in and there's two banks of four, make it difficult. You can see them talking, you can see them shifting across. Much more difficult to break down than what we've seen at times last year.
Rodriguez too far. That's Repetto. It's his first start. He displaces Greg Hurst. Repetto came off the bench last week. He's Italian. There's a cross from the right, deflected. And a corner kick coming to Phoenix. Arturo Rodriguez will take this corner. 5 assists and 28 appearances last year with Phoenix. Goes short. Quinn back to Rodriguez. Back for Quinn. Quinn, low cross. It's out for a Phoenix throw-in.
Nice work, this little corner there from Phoenix. They want to try and make up a little space for Quinn in the pocket. And they're having a little bit of possession here and some territory. They're rising, and we've seen that they have a strong squad. They're always going to have a lot of possession. They're always going to keep the ball and advance.
That was Darnell King pushing forward. It was Cal Jennings tracking back to deny the cross, concede the throw-in. And our first look there at Jorge Almaguer, the 21-year-old from Dallas, who makes his home debut, was a sub last week against New Mexico. Arturo Rodriguez delivers the corner. Good spot near post. It spills back. Great block that time. Another left-footed shot. That one's blocked. Vegas sacrificing bodies to block shots from Phoenix.
Yeah, it was a great ball in the first place. Played with pace in behind the first defender. A difficult one to clear. The Lights, though, you see them. They've got the bodies behind the ball, and they're putting it into the positions that hurt. Nothing really coming through to Romero as we've seen it so far.
Did you know you can buy Bitcoin with cash at more than 5,000 ATM locations around the country? Go to CoinCloud for more details. Matt Peterson with former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. It's 1-0 Las Vegas. The goal for Danny Trejo, the first goal of the season. Came in the 12th minute, well assisted by Cal Jennings. Enrique Duran, his home debut, went on the road, lost to New Mexico 2-0 on Sunday. Former assistant for Steve Cherundolo, now in the head job with Cherundolo, now the man in charge at LAFC. And I think his biggest compliment to Cherundolo is we asked him, what did you learn from him? He said the man management, how to manage the roster, how to manage the players. He said we saw soccer the same way. We saw principles of soccer very similar, but it was fun to watch him manage this roster. And now Duran has to do the same job his first year in charge.
I think if there's one thing Steve Cherundolo will know from his time in football, is he'll have been in many different teams, and he knows what a player likes and how he likes a coach to be. And
here's Rodriguez in the box, cuts it back central. Quinn trying to clear it, and Vegas doing well again. Desperate defending inside their own area.
Yeah, good break from Rodriguez, wasn't it? Came in, I thought he took a little bit of a heavy touch, but he almost got away with it, got the ball into the box. But we've mentioned it a couple of times already tonight, the Lights getting bodies back into the defensive areas, and that was a case there where the more bodies they had, they quelled the danger.
Rodriguez near the corner. Some contact, goal kick, physical play from Las Vegas.
Good defending, wasn't it? Used his strength. I think it was Rodriguez again, tried to use a little bit of trickery. The defender just stood strong, didn't he? And it's, the new man, Lara, just using his strength. And I think the referees made a good decision there and played on, and it was just good, honest defending.
Well, Lara's a USL veteran.
I think the addition of someone like Lara is exactly the Lara and then Björschel on the right, a bit of solidity to the team. I think there was times last year where the Lights got bullied a little bit, which you would expect for a young team. And I think the addition of a couple of veterans or a couple of larger players is exactly what they need, and that gives the opportunity for the more flair players, the ball players to go and play.
Well, it's these two on every set piece so far tonight. Arturo Rodriguez and Aiden Quinn. Quinn, 11 assists last year. Number 2 in the USL Championship. He delivers this one with the left foot, headed away. Settled by Trejo. Trejo nearly caught in possession, but here come the Lights. Just too far behind Cal Jennings.
I think Trejo could have gone to Jennings earlier there. He's tried a little bit of trickery, which you have to be careful when you're breaking like that. The ball almost came back out to Jennings, but if they'd given him earlier there was a chance to break.
Seemed like Rick Shantz was gesturing to his players to maybe use more width.
Yeah, the Lights are putting bodies central, aren't they?
Santi Moar tees it up on his right, takes a deflection wide of that right post. Corner kick coming for Phoenix Rising.
That's Moa, that's the danger man, isn't it? The top scorer in the league last year, cutting in on his right foot. You don't want to give him too much time when he's in that situation, because he will find the net if he has more than a couple of opportunities.
Rodriguez will deliver this corner. San Luis Potosi, Mexico. Towards the edge of the area. Again, Jennings doing well to track back Crisostomo. Excellent ball into the path of Trejo. It's 4-on-3 for Las Vegas. Looked like some contact inside the box as Jennings tried to lose his man. There's a cross to the back post. Wonderful counterattack from Las Vegas, but not the finishing touch.
It's just magnificent from Trejo, isn't it? I thought he slowed it up a little bit too much, but the trickery and the skill, he's turned the defender inside out. And the cross was absolutely perfect. I'm not sure who it was. Quezada coming in at the back post. If he'd have just been a couple of yards, a little bit more aggressive, he's got a tap in at the back post. But that's what we've seen again, the transition play of the Lights. You get the ball forward. It was a great ball to break the line from Crisostomo. And, well, the Lights almost making it 2.
Now it's Quinn, isolated on this left side. His cross is deflected right to Romero.
The difference between the two teams for me so far, the Rising having a lot of possession, a load of territory, but they're a little bit laboured. It's a little bit slower. The Lights are having a bit more time to defend. The Lights are getting the ball forward, and they're being direct. They're working with pace. The defence of Phoenix Rallies doesn't really know how to prevent them right now, because it's just a barrage of people sprinting at them and coming, like, running into space, which as a defender is a nightmare.
Switch from Leon. Mohamed Traore back with Las Vegas. The left back pushes it up the line. The Bitcoin boom is here. Buy and sell Bitcoin for cash at any CoinCloud machine near you. Check out coin.cloud and start buying today. What is a different look for Phoenix as they push it up the right side? Excellent cross is headed out. Good defending on the backside. Morten Bjørshol. Solomon Asante, Rufat Dadashah, two of the leading scorers the last couple seasons. No longer with Phoenix. Asante, kind of the first name you associate with Phoenix over the years.
It's two big losses, isn't it? Two quality players for the Rising. It's always going to be difficult to replace that quality.
Arturo Rodriguez now, a former MVP and Young Player of the Year in USL League One back in 2019. A lot of activity on set pieces. Here in the first half, Phoenix down a goal. Danny Trejo in the 12th minute, assisted by Cal Jennings. Well, Duran's assessment of this new Phoenix team, they replace some of the star players with players who are maybe slightly less talented, potentially more disciplined. There's the corner from Rodriguez. Headed back central, Chrysostomo clears, it's Quinn. Back into the mix, excellent ball. Back across, kept alive, and cleared by Quezada.
It's an interesting comment from Duran, isn't it? And it probably has legs, what he says. The talent can only take you so far. It is teams that go on to win championships, isn't it? And here you see a nice ball, and he's very athletic to keep the ball in play. In the end, no real danger for the Lights, and easily cleared.
John Piquero, another big name for them in the attacking third. Good hold-up play there. Rodriguez back for Santi Moar. Moar clips in the cross. Good defending again. And it's early days, Andrew, but the first 31 minutes, it looks like Vegas will be more stout defensively against a top team like Phoenix.
Yeah, the improvement has been stark so far. It's a 90-minute game. Now, we saw last year the Lights started games particularly well, and the second half they struggled. Have they grown up in terms of being able to maintain it? So far, they've looked exceptional. They've looked steady. They've defended well, and then going forward, they've looked sharp as a knife, haven't they? But can they maintain it over 90 minutes? That's the next thing for a young team. And it went out for a throw-in.
There's a good battle there between Trejo and a veteran and Darnell King. Better distribution that time from Tomas Romero. Direct here from Phoenix. All the way back to Romero. You know, they say money can't buy you love, but it sure can buy Bitcoin. Download the new CoinCloud mobile app on iTunes or Google Play and start buying Bitcoin today. Phoenix into the area. Rodriguez well defended. Free kick given to Las Vegas. Frustration there for Arturo Rodriguez.
Yeah, you see a little bit of frustration coming in, don't you? And they found it difficult to break down the Lights team, and that's a compliment to this Lights defense. Again here, is decent play into Rodriguez. He's just trying so hard. He maybe could have slipped the ball out to his compatriot on the right-hand side there. it was Epps on the right wing. Rodriguez trying too hard to make something happen, but that's a sign of the frustration. I've said it a couple of times, well, I've said it earlier, the Rising are getting in good positions, but they're just not being direct enough. They're not moving at fast enough pace.
And now it slips. Cal Jennings, excellent save to his left. Benjamin Lunt keeps it a 1-0 Las Vegas lead.
And if there's a man you wanting to run onto that ball, it's Cal Jennings, isn't it? But this is a lot more difficult than it seems. The ball's come over. It's good play from Masovsky. Great little header, but it just held up that little split second. If it came down, Jennings could put the laces through it, but because it bounced that little bit too high, he had to use the side foot. He couldn't just get over it, and it's a great save, to be fair to the goalkeeper. He's got his left boot on it to deflect it away.
Well, Madrid came late there. He went for the header, but he left his center back partner and Joe Farrell exposed 1v1.
Yeah, as a defender, if you're not 100% going to win it, you maybe have to sit back.
Jarrito's corner kick, well delivered by Crisostomo. Well read there by Quezada. He conceded it and won the second ball. Back for Crisostomo. Daniel Crisostomo tries his luck. Not far off the near upper corner.
Tries his luck. Yeah, it would need to be a wonder strike from there from Crisostomo. I don't mind the effort. I think maybe he was just trying to get his laces through it, to get it into the area, maybe just sliced it out a little bit.
Here come Vegas again, looking likely for a second. Jorge Almaguer, the 21-year-old product of the FC Dallas Academy, wearing number 8 for Las Vegas. Jennings tried to spin with it, went under his boot. Phoenix goes the other way. Lara with Traore, the big switch. Excellent. Good first touch that time, Masovsky, but well defended. And here's Moar all the way back in his own area. Kevin Lambert, well defended by Quezada. Clip to the back post, over hit.
You can see what he was doing there. It was a Bürschel with a nice little dink to the far post. But we've seen here, the lights, every time they go forward, they look like they're going to create opportunities. The Phoenix defense, they're not reacting well to bodies moving around them. The pace of the lights is really troubling the Phoenix.
Well, creating chances is a principle for Enrique Duran. We asked about his upbringing with FC Barcelona. He said keeping the ball is a priority. You see frustration for Duran there. Here's a cross here. Santi Moar headed wide.
When you say keeping possession, you can keep possession all day and get nowhere with it, but the way they've been in the possession and how they've been so direct with it, and they're creating opportunities. Obviously there we see a chance for Quinn. He never really looked comfortable attacking the ball. But the possession's all great unless you have the ability to break teams down.
Missed touch that time. Phoenix will try and capitalize. It's back for Quinn, who has some space. His cross. Beyond everybody. Run down by Rodriguez in the opposite corner. Phoenix applying the pressure down a goal. Moar. That's going to roll out for a goal kick. Enrique Duran, he said the 3 principles for himself: keep control of the ball, understand your position on the field, and create as many chances as possible.
But that's where the creating the chances comes, isn't it? You can keep possession all you want, but you have to have that cutting edge when you get into the right areas, and we've seen that. The lights have held the ball defensively brilliantly, and then when they've seen the opportunity, again here.
Trejo for Quezada. He cuts it back. Alvaro Quezada on his left. Excellent save. Benjamin Lunt, his second important save of this first half.
It's, again, the lights runners are just running beyond the Phoenix players at will. And Trejo played him in. Quezada cut inside. Nice skill. Showed the composure as well. He's supposed to start right back today, and he's in the striking situation. And he's tried to bend it around the big goalkeeper, and he was unlucky. It was actually a great save.
Another Jarrito's corner kick coming. Played short. Crisostomo for Trejo. Trejo defended by Rodriguez. Good dribbling on the baseline. It's alive. Excellent feet. Trejo. Top of the box. Knocked down. Another chance for Vegas. And a wrestled foul that time committed by Cal Jennings. Now, Phoenix will try to play quickly. Looks like a card's going to come out to Cal Jennings for denying that restart.
It was a smart play, though, wasn't it? But it was a goal-mouth scramble. It could have gone anywhere at that situation. Jennings, it's a smart foul to prevent the Rising from breaking fast. But again, great play by Trejo in the left wing area to cut it back to the edge of the box. A clever ball, and it's a difficult skill when the ball's coming back to you on the edge of the box like that. But the light's almost again. Opportunities to score.
Direct miss clearance. It's fallen. Centered and cleared. Santi Mowar, great block. Chrysostomo with the slide. Back in the mix. Another chance cleared off the line. Still alive for Phoenix and finally headed clear. Chance after chance for the Rising. And the Vegas back four continuing to clear things off the line, block shots, anything it takes to keep the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, putting the body on the line, but that shows you at this level you can't make mistakes. Tony Leon just fell asleep for that split second and let the Rising in. Moa got into a dangerous area and it was bodies on the line to prevent it. That's showing a great attitude from the Lights, but the Rising, as you'll see, they'll keep being direct and they'll keep going.
Here's a cross from the right to Romero. It was Claudio Repetto, the Italian on this left side, capitalizing. And this is after his cross. Good strike from Rodriguez.
To the box, but there you see, Leone made a little bit of an error, but he's done what you want to see a defender. Where is the danger? I'm going to put everything in the right position, and you see the Lights, they're all in there. They're all looking to clear the danger. But you got to remember, they're playing against a top team. The Rising have good players up there. You make one mistake, you put yourself under pressure, and the Lights lucky to not be punished there.
Restart for Las Vegas Lights. Tony Leon with Lara. Over the top from Leon. Into the channel for Cal Jennings. He's offside. Tonight's injury report presented by Dignity Health Physical Therapy. Here's Phoenix down this left side. No injuries for either side.
Early season, you'd like to think there isn't, unless you had an extremely hard pre-season, but you want everyone to be fit and available for the start.
Not officially listed, but a big piece in the back. James Musa didn't play against Monterrey. He's not in the lineup tonight either. Injured his hamstring in the final preseason game. Big piece for them last season. Quinn double teamed on the sideline. Quezada saved it right to Quinn. Quinn with the diagonal. Right to Romero, and I feel like it's a directness to this Phoenix team that's different from past years. Almost predictable in this first half.
Yeah, they've been a little bit laboured. They've not been as sharp as when you have someone like Salomon Asante they've had in previous years, and Junior Fleming. They had so much pace, didn't they? It's difficult to find those kind of players, and I think we've seen tonight that they're going to have to be a little bit more tricky. They're going to have to be more thoughtful in their attacking ability to break down this Lights team.
Trejo draws a free kick on the far side.
Trejo's just a player you want to see get on the ball, isn't it? You see the trickery he has. He loves to run at the defender, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. Now it's good to see him being fully fit.
Settling to throw in, trying to find a teammate or in a corner kick. It's a goal kick to Phoenix. Trejo, the opening goal in the 12th minute. At a Cal State Northridge, the number 14 overall pick by LAFC in 2021. From Mendota, a small town 35 miles west of Fresno, population 11,000, known as the Cantaloupe Center of the World. And the match odds presented by Westgate Superbook.
I think they may have switched now in the live betting. Phoenix obviously hot favourites, but great start to the game for the Lights. And those odds looking pretty good.
Well, we've seen this over the years with young teams in the USL Championship. Andrew, Tacoma comes to mind, some other teams with young players, but a year or two makes a huge difference. And we're seeing tonight Mohamed Traore, Tony Leon, Tomas Romero, all these players for Vegas, a full season under their belts now at the USL Championship.
It makes a huge difference. I had a coach once, Craig Levine, and he used to say, you haven't made it in football until you've played 50 to 100 games. These guys, they're coming in to play professional football, and it doesn't come straight away. You've got to get used to the pace of the game. The ball moves faster, the players are faster, they're more physical. And the young men, as they get older, they'll get that physicality and they'll get used to it.
It's a chance here for Jai on this left side. Chrysostomo did well, blocking the cross. Babukar Jai, first season with Phoenix, last year with RGV, the year before Atlanta United 2. Here's Jai, first touchback for Rodriguez. Return ball for Rodriguez, again well defended by Vegas. Lunt off his line for Joe Farrell. Farrell in his 5th season with Phoenix. Here comes Madrid. Made his debut against Las Vegas in the summertime last year.
Welcome to USL in the middle of summer for your first game. Enjoy the 100-degree heat.
Trejo over the top, good settling touch from Jennings, well defended by Madrid. Corner kick to Las Vegas here in first half stoppage time.
I think that's the ball for Jennings and Trejo and Musovski. Madrid and Farrell's obviously been a great stalwart for the Rising, but you've seen tonight that the Lights can get in behind them, and sometimes that's that little dink over the top and get moving around those. They don't seem to be the paciest pairing at the back.
Corner kick here for Las Vegas. Trejo's over there. Chrysostomo's delivery to the near post. Well defended. Traore puts a head in there. It's a Phoenix goal kick. And it's halftime in the home opener in 2022. For now, a reversal from last year's results. When these teams met last October, it was 6-3 Phoenix Rising. After 45 minutes here in 2022, Enrique Duran and now Las Vegas Lights have a 1-0 lead through Danny Trejo.
Oh, it's been a great game, hasn't it? The Rising, loads of possession without really having the cutting edge. The Lights, the opposite, just every time they go forward, they look like they can score a goal. And it's been an entertaining game, and the Lights will be absolutely delighted with the first half. But as we know, it's a game of 90 minutes, and the Rising aren't out of this, and you know they're such a top team, they'll still be confident they can get back into this game.
Danny Trejo, 4 goals last year in his pro debut, 1 to open his account in 2022. And Las Vegas heads to the locker room with the 1-0 lead over Phoenix Rising.
Feel more connected to every fleeting moment. The Mazda CX-30 with available turbo engine. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. More power for your pursuit.
Yo sé que tú puedes.
Tú puedes hacerlo, yo creo en ti. Estoy tan orgulloso de ti.
No estás solo, estoy aquí para ti.
No te rindas.
Deja de fumar y vapear, por favor.
Please. Sigue intentándolo. Vale la pena.
Eres la persona más fuerte que conozco.
Fuerte.
Yo te admiro.
Yo te admiro.
Yo te admiro.
Eres mi modelo a seguir.
Deja de fumar y vapear hoy.
Hazlo por ti.
Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti.
Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por nosotros.
Nuestros niños están mirando. Para obtener ayuda gratuita para dejar de fumar y vapear, llame a la línea de ayuda de Nevada al 1855 Déjelo Ya. Es el 1855 Déjelo Ya. 1855-335-3569. Por mí, por ti, por nosotros. Viva saludable.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
Welcome back, Cashman Field, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Las Vegas Lights FC has a 1-0 lead over last year's regular season champions in the Western Conference. Danny Trejo's goal in the 12th minute, the difference so far. Coin Cloud, a sponsor here in 2022 for Las Vegas Lights. And let's find out more about this great company.
Buy digital currency with cash or withdraw their digital currency for cash at 100% of our locations.
Las Vegas Lights leading Phoenix Rising 1-0. Danny Trejo's goal. 12 minutes in the difference. More coming up at halftime from Cashman Fields.
I'm on that routine. I'm on that routine.
I mean, yeah, let's talk about
Stop
today when we go
Yo,
shopping.
roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
That's in! San Diego Demons!
Push the money, and for a bog, crash again! There it is! First of the year for San Diego!
And it's into the back of the net! El Paso for a corner and a 10! What a goal! Are you watching Football Americas?
Welcome back, Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Matt Peterson with Andrew Driver. Early days in the USL Championship, but the news and notes keep coming. Detroit City FC, its first USL Championship win earlier today.
Yeah, good introduction into the USL Championship, isn't it? And always great to get off to that first victory.
Swede-sational. Ronaldo Damas transferring to the Swedish top flight. 18 goals for Orange County last year.
Growth of the league, isn't it? You've got players transferring now. The American soccer is just improving, and the USL Championship goes from strength to strength, and the fact that transfers are going either way shows the quality of the league.
You question my puns. What do you think of Swede-sational?
It's a stretch, isn't it? It really is.
Sensational, Swede-sational. We'll let it go. It's week 2. And don't forget about the Super Calendar. USL Super League announces a fall-spring calendar kicking off in August of 23. On to the scoreboard. Busy week 2 in the USL Championship. It's presented by Terribles. We saw the Detroit City win against Charleston. San Antonio FC beating LA Galaxy 2.
Yeah, San Antonio won a strong team historically, aren't they? They always get teams ready for the season, and a great victory for them against an LA Galaxy that you'll always expect to have some quality players.
Memphis over Oakland, Colorado Springs over Monterey Bay, and Vegas will host Memphis next Saturday night. Some interconference action just underway. Orange County, the defending champions in the USL Championship, leading RGV. The upcoming schedule presented by Finlay Mazda. Which fixture stand out to you, Andrew?
I think I'll go with New Mexico. Obviously a great result for them against the Lights last week. Orange County went on a great run at the end of last season. Let's see if they can maintain it again this year. And there's difficult games everywhere you see, especially early in the season. And I like to see these interconference games as well.
New rivals now, Oakland and Monterey Bay, separated by 80 or so miles in Northern California rivalry. And then Phoenix and San Diego, 2 of the best teams over the last couple seasons. It's 1-0, Las Vegas leading. Phoenix rising here. We had a goal fest last October. What do we have in store in the second half between these sides? Danny Trejo's goal, the difference. More coming up at halftime.
Grandpa was a lawyer in Cuba. Dad was one of the first Spanish-speaking lawyers in Nevada. Alex and Orlando grew up with justice in their blood, and they've built De Castro Verde Law Group Personal Injury on a legacy of fighting and winning for their clients. If you've been hurt, they will stand by you every step of the way, like family, because family would never let you settle for less than you deserve. De Castro Verde Law Group Personal Injury. Our family will fight for yours.
Feel more connected to every fleeting moment. The Mazda CX-30 with available turbo engine. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. More power your pursuit.
It's time to get back to making memories and enjoying your favorite activities with family and friends. Don't let aches, pains, or an injury slow you down. The therapists at Dignity Health Physical Therapy are here for you. With convenient locations throughout Nevada, Dignity's clinical experts will get you back to life. Go to dignityhealthpt.com to schedule an appointment. Dignity Health Physical Therapy believes movement is medicine and wants to help you experience the power of physical therapy today.
Durante más de 60 años, AARP ha empoderado a las personas para elegir cómo vivir a medida que envejecen. Como amigos sabios y defensores apasionados, abogamos por comunidades más fuertes y por tu salud, dinero y amor. Somos AARP.
Halftime at Cashman Field in Las Vegas. A good start for Las Vegas Lights. It's a 1-0 lead. Danny Trejo, his first goal of the season after he bagged 4 goals last year. Matt Peterson with former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. Very impressive for Enrique Durant's side there in the first 45.
Oh, it couldn't have gone any better, could it? Defensively fantastic, and then on the attack, they were magnificent. They were so sharp, so fast, so direct. Trejo took the goal well, but it was overall a really good performance from the Lights.
Let's see the highlights from that first half. Last time these teams met, October in Las Vegas, an afternoon game, a 6-3 win for the visitors from Phoenix, Arizona. Many of those goals came in the first half, but it was Las Vegas against the run of play, Danny Trejo with the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, territorially, the Lights never really had much possession, but they were so sharp. And you saw there, Jennings turned, ran at the defenders, and a lovely pass, and Trejo confident with the finish. That's a man who scored a lot of goals in his youth career, and he took it well. And he's been a thorn in the side of the Rising all night. This time maybe took a little one touch too many. Tried to slip it past the goalkeeper. Really good save from the big man in that situation. But you see again, Trejo, his skill has been fantastic. Defender's nightmare. That was a great ball in. Quezada almost getting on the back of the cross. But it was an occasion, one of many, wasn't it, where the Lights really attacked, and they were so sharp.
This was a second chance off a corner from Crisostomo that sailed wide of the near upper corner.
That angle made it look closer than it was in the time. And then he saw Quezada again, that man. Great skill, good, and a really good save. 2 really good saves from the goalkeeper from the Rising.
Home opener for Las Vegas, and the home fans must be pleased through 45 minutes. It's a 1-0 lead. Las Vegas in the white and blue, Phoenix in the black and red. Matt Peterson with Andrew Driver. What adjustments might you expect Phoenix to make here in the second half?
If I'm Rick Shantz, I'm wanting to see a reaction. I'm wanting to see a little bit more urgency from the team. They've been very, I hate to say the word lethargic, because they are a good team and they've had a couple of opportunities, but they've not been their usual ruthless self, have they? I think he'll want to see a reaction in the second half where they up the gear a little bit.
Benjamin Lunt, excellent goalkeeper, made a few saves in the first half to keep it a 1-goal deficit. There's Epps trying to get on the end of it. Traore gets there first for Las Vegas. Mohamed Traore. Rolling to Las Vegas. He takes it quickly. Osofsky bounced off the ball. King back for Madrid. Good step to win it by Morten Bjørshol. Jennings pushing forward. Low cross, excellent area, headed for Osofsky.
Again, direct. Jennings running at the defender, gets the ball, edge of the box, and a nice ball across the faces with pace. You just asking for the striker on the left-hand side. I think it was Trejo again to get in. No, I think maybe Masovsky in this instance. Just couldn't reach it. There's just a little bit too much pace on the delivery from Jennings.
very direct still from Phoenix.
Direct, yeah, like, potentially they want to be a little bit more direct. They've had a lot of possession in good areas, just no real urgency or cutting edge. The Lights have just got the bodies in behind and mark the areas and just make sure you're not getting beaten by your man, and they've done that particularly well tonight.
Look at the work rate from Masovsky to win it back, then he's fouled by Rodriguez. Danny Masovsky from Henderson, Nevada. He played at UNLV. A big part for LAFC in the Champions League 2 years ago.
This is just hunger, isn't it? It's what we talk about in terms of lethargy. The Lights have just looked like they want it a little bit more than the Rising so far.
This is excellent from Traore up this left side. Intended for the feet of Trejo. That's Almaguer pushing forward, the number 8 for Las Vegas. And it's a Phoenix throw-in.
Enrique Duran a little bit upset with that. It's one of those where the defender's a little bit off balance and you just put the smallest arm on him, he goes down, and the referee always gives that as a foul, even though it's very, very easy, I think, is the word to say.
All the way back, Benjamin Lunt. Poor clearance right to Masovsky. Masovsky has it for Las Vegas. Central. Crisostomo, or Quezada rather. Good ball for Jennings. Jennings to his left. Jennings one too many dribbles. Now Rodriguez the other way for Phoenix.
Yeah, the ball just got away from him a little bit, didn't it? There, Jennings. He tried to get onto his left foot, just couldn't find the space.
Duran gesturing towards his team. Epps, big diagonal for Rodriguez. He will run it down. Vegas back in good numbers. Mawar, low strike. Handled by Romero.
You mentioned the Lights were back in good numbers there, but I felt there was a little bit less of the urgency in running back than there was in the first half. The Rising got forward, came back and still got the opportunity. The first half you saw those players, the Lights guys sprinting back into those areas to prevent that cutback.
Throw-in coming for Mohamed Traore. 18 starts with LAFC last year for Tomas Romero. Quezada just too long. Stays with it. Very rash challenge it looked like from John.
It was wild, wasn't it? He flew into the challenge, and there was no reaction from Quezada because he's not that kind of player that will embellish anything. But that was, if Njai doesn't get the ball there, he's put himself at risk, and Quezada.
All the way back to Romero, the 21-year-old from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Wide for Trejo. Trejo against King. Free kick to Phoenix. Late challenge there from Las Vegas Lights. Quinn helped up by Enrique Duran. Romero now with some competition for the first team. Maxime Croupeau and Joe McCarthy, the other two goalkeepers. Right now he's the number 3. Chested down, it's alive for Quinn. Epps with the back heel, another block. That was King with the chance, and Vegas again with the block, and it looked to be Alejandro Lara in his home debut.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great block from the defender in the end from Lara, but what's Mohamed Traore doing? You're winning 1-0, and you just need to keep it. He's tried to chest the ball down in his own area, and sometimes as a defender, you just need to clear it. And King almost with the opportunity. A great block on the back end from Lara to stop the chance, but Mohamed Traore's got to be a bit smarter.
Here's King again, and it's blocked. Quezada flashed over to deny King. It's been desperate defending from Vegas. Blocks, clearances, interceptions inside the 18-yard area.
Yeah, it goes back. You can't give mistakes are always going to happen, but you can't have something so like that. You've had a perfect game so far. You've beaten one of the best teams in Division 1-0, and don't let the errors start creeping in.
After the corner, no opportunity for Phoenix. It's a goal kick, as Madrid got forward for Phoenix Rising. Madrid filling in for Musa. No timetable yet on his return. Too far in front of Trejo.
Unlucky though, good play. They're playing out from the back, but you see Traore there. This time a really good touch inside, and they look for the runs of Trejo. They're looking for Jennings, Masovsky always to be running in behind. The fullbacks for Phoenix Rising really do push up, so there's gaps in the channels.
Phoenix across the back. One win all time. 9 defeats for Vegas against Phoenix. Epps, good dribbling. Top of the area now. Quezada did well, tracking back to clear the danger with Quinn nearest for Phoenix.
Yeah, good defending. They got the bodies back in again, the lights there. Quelled the danger. But signs that the Rising are starting to fancy themselves a little bit more, starting to be a bit more direct, as we mentioned they would need to. The reaction that Shantz would have liked to see.
Epps, his first year with Phoenix after 6 goals and 32 appearances last year with San Antonio. Well traveled in this division. Timbers 2, Memphis, Red Bulls 2, Bethlehem as well. Also MLS stints with the Red Bulls and Philadelphia Union. Lambert wins the header. Moar wide here. Quinn looking for an angle. Quinn keeps it in. His cross is handled by Romero.
Yeah, good play from Quinn, wasn't it? Tenacious to win the ball back from Quezada. It looked like Quezada had done enough to get the ball. He was trying to shepherd it out. It was a bit dangerous. And there's that pass into the channel again for Trejo.
Here's Trejo peeking to his right. Danny Trejo, the first half goal scorer, earns a corner. The buildup was beautiful, Andrew, from Las Vegas. That first pass split a few defenders, and then the break was on.
That's what they're doing. They're playing out from the back, and then they get the ball into midfield, and then the midfielders' heads are up for the likes of Trejo and Jennings in the back. You see Trejo here. He's lined up King a couple of times today. He shimmies inside, goes outside, and then just tries to drill the ball across. Good defending in the end, but for the lights, it just really is that one pass that's breaking the line of defense from Phoenix, and they're getting acres of space in those channels.
Daniel Crisostomo signed with the Lights after 2 years with Orange County. Now in his second season, his corner kick. A potential break here for Phoenix Rising. Epps. It's central. Rodriguez for Santi Moar. Foot race with Traore. Moar gets there first.
Good pace from Traore, and he did great to block it and win the throw-in. And there you see some frustration from Santi Moar. It's always going to be a difficult when you've got a foot race against Mohamed Traore. He's got great pace. Good little break though, and you see Traore coming from 5 yards back, and he's just clever. You know, at times defenders there may be a little bit rash, might make the foul. He didn't. He just put a little bit of his pressure on Moar, and then held back and didn't foul him, and ended up winning the throw and take all the pressure off.
I think a good sign there from Mohamed Traore, just the tenacity and toughness to the corner, because we saw times last year with Las Vegas, they were simply too soft. There would be moments in the wide areas, in the defensive areas, 2 would go to meet a ball, neither would really be decisive, and the other team would score.
Yeah, it happened a lot, didn't it? And a lot of that comes with maybe being not confident, not wanting to make the decision.
Here's Rodriguez, his shot is wide. He's a confident player trying to bend it around Romero, not far off the mark.
Yeah, you don't want him getting too many of those opportunities, do you? But as we're saying, yeah, the Lights today have looked a lot more confident, a lot more aggressive. Last year, maybe confidence wasn't there. You lose a few games, you never really make those decisions.
Traore, good touch. Now he's in. Running behind King. King in retreat. Traore took too long. Jennings wins it back. It's on for Las Vegas. Slip to Jennings. Jennings trying to find space. Cal Jennings to the end line. Runs out of room.
He did run out of room. Sometimes he's exceptional at running with the ball. Sometimes you just want him to take that strike. He doesn't have to be clear all the time like he tries to get. This time fell to him nicely in the box, just couldn't find that space to get the hit away.
57 minutes in, this has been a very even game. I'd say Phoenix has had more chances, but Vegas has had the better chances.
Yeah, you saw the highlights at halftime. The majority of the opportunities came to the lights. The Rising, it's like two different styles of play, isn't it? It's the Rising, more territorial based. They've got the bigger players, not really creating much. The Lights defending well, and then the Lights just biding their time, and then they are 100 miles an hour when they get the opportunity. A little bit worrying if you're the Phoenix Rising with the space in behind the defenders.
Luis Manuel Sayahas will come on. Was a sub against Monterrey. Will come on here in the 59th minute to replace Kevin Lambert. Interesting choice there because Lambert's been the linchpin at defensive mid. He comes off after 58 minutes.
I think possibly Shant sees that Lambert maybe they don't really need him in there. He's one to have in there when they need to battle. I think Phoenix have done probably the better team in that midfield so far today. They maybe don't need as many bodies. They maybe need to get more creativity, more spark going forward.
First change for Rick Shantz. The 35-year-old from Venezuela. Second season with Phoenix. It will be interesting to see how Enrique Duran handles the second half substitution, because it felt like at times the loaned players from LAFC had a preordained minute limit, and sometimes when they were subbed out, it would be very difficult for Las Vegas.
Yeah, we did see that numerous times when it got to the hour mark, didn't it?
Epps' cross is in there. It's alive, and it is cleared off the line again. Still alive for Phoenix. Backside, Epps clips it in, headed over the bar. King was there, could not keep it down. The first clearance came from Morten Bjorschel.
Desperate defending, isn't it, from the Lights? That's the opportunity the Rising really needed. Good play from Epps, good ball into the box. Ran onto really well from the Rising, and Bjorschel, fantastic to clear it off the line and to have the composure to clear it away like he did. He wasn't rash in his clearance. It was Repetto with the opportunity for the Rising.
Crisostomo clears it well. There's Masovsky back for Jennings. Over the top for Trejo. Trejo just hesitated, and it gave the door opening for Benjamin Lunt.
I gasped. I thought he was going to get it. He just didn't. I thought Trejo was favourite there. The goalkeeper was second best, and so lucky it ended up in his hands. But the space that Danny Trejo had to run into there was incredible.
And that's a great challenge from Crisostomo. Again, these guys have grown up in 1 or 2 years with Las Vegas. Looking like a different team defensively here through the first hour. Good ball backside. Santi Moar looking for an angle. Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Excellent defending from the Norwegian Bjorschel.
Again, Bjorschel, fantastic defending, good strength. But you don't want to be giving the Rising these kind of opportunities. They are finding the space now, and they are starting to probe and get the opportunities.
What I've loved to see tonight from Las Vegas, as Enrique Duran has a few words, is multiple guys going to the ball, but then one making a challenge, one trying to win the ball, and more physical with Phoenix than maybe we saw at times last year.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you're getting everyone behind the ball gives you that opportunity. They have the knowledge that if they go in for the tackle, that their mate's going to be there behind them to back them up. When you get pulled around the pitch individually, it's difficult to take that challenge because if you get beat, you're in trouble.
Here's a cross. Clear. Nosovsky headed it for Jennings, well defended by Phoenix. This is end-to-end stuff now in the 62nd minute. Arturo Rodriguez. Off to the corner. Acres of space for Epps. His cross. Headed clear. Bjorschel threw his body in there to head away. Phoenix looked primed for another substitute. Assistant coaches putting pen to paper.
They are, and they're getting the opportunity. And what's happening right now is dangerous for the Lights is when the ball's getting cleared, it's coming straight back from the rise. And the Jennings and Masovsky have to get hold of the ball. And you're seeing they're starting to pull the Lights apart a little bit.
Darnell King well blocked. Chrysostomo tracking back well against the overlapping right back. Thrown into Epps. Back for King. King against Jennings. Epps closed out well. Quezada contending it's Vegas ball. Instead it's a Phoenix throw it.
You see that though, Jennings as one of the more experienced players on the team. He saw the danger. He's a striker obviously today, and he's just made the decision. I need to go back in there and support my left back.
Chrysostomo commits the foul. Free kick to Phoenix. About 30 yards from goal. They're about to make a change. Joey Calistri will enter. Replaced Epps in the 62nd minute against Monterrey last weekend. Again, Quinn or Rodriguez. Who will it be? And they will make the change before this set piece. And again, it's Calistri for Epps. Nearly identical time, just 2 minutes later from last weekend. Calistri, fourth year with Phoenix, versatile player, converted forward, can now play outside back in on the wing. Calistri for Epps, free kick coming. Quinn, the left-footed taker. Rodriguez, the right-footed option. And he guesses who this might be.
There's only one man for me, Quinn, with that wand of a left foot.
It is Quinn, and it's off the post. It caroms off Romero and out for a corner. Quinn nearly with the equalizer.
Sometimes in football you need to be lucky. And what a strike this is from Quinn. Right in, it's the perfect free kick. Absolutely perfect free kick. And Romero obviously very lucky that that ricocheted back of the post, off his head and out for a corner. And sometimes against the top teams you have to ride your luck, and the Lights have in the last 10 minutes.
Ensuing corner, right to the hands of Romero. Excellent ball. Cal Jennings has Masovsky. It's Cal Jennings. Saved. Again, Benjamin Lunt. He's been huge tonight for Phoenix.
What a save again. And what a ball from Traore into Jennings. We've said if the rising defense doesn't like runners around them, and who's better at running than Cal Jennings? He made a perfect run. Great ball, and he left the defender for dead. And he's tried to slot it under the big goalkeeper's legs. So what a save again from Lunt.
From one end to the other, off the post from Quinn, a chance for Jennings to double the lead. Calistri working with Rodriguez, well clear. That's Chrysostomo. He's been everywhere for Vegas tonight.
Yeah, he's the little terrier in midfield, isn't he? He's having to put in a lot of effort to get to the wide areas and cover for his central defenders.
Rodriguez wide again. Calistri low cross right at Tomas Romero. Here's the free kick from Aiden Quinn.
Oh, what a... He couldn't have hit it any better, was it? It was absolutely perfect. And here he is, Jennings running around the defender. Again, the defenders seem so slow. The feet aren't moving, and Jennings, he's tried to slot it under Lunt's legs. A really good save for the big man to get down like that. Fantastic save.
What a game. It's 1-0 Las Vegas. The goal back in the 12th minute. Danny Trejo is first of the season.
Tell you, we're used to seeing goals in these games. It might only be one so far tonight, but it's not without trying. Both teams have had plenty of opportunities.
Great balance from Rodriguez just to stay on his feet. I think that was a cross. Some frustration there.
If that goes in, he's claiming it, isn't
Oh,
he?
he is definitely claiming it, but I don't think he was intending it.
I saw him off his line.
You know what's getting better than free? Free Bitcoin. Use promo code LIGHTS at any CoinCloud ATM to get $20 free Bitcoin for every $100 you purchase. Visit coin.cloud for more details.
See what's happened here. This is smart from the Lights. This is maybe what we didn't see last year as well. They've been playing possession all game. They've realized that the Rising are starting to throw more bodies forward. Don't play out from the back. Be aggressive, go long.
Here's Danny Trejo, slips it through. It's Quezada! Alvaro Quezada has doubled the lead for Las Vegas.
It's brilliant. It's Trejo again. The skill is fantastic. There's Cash the Rocker celebrating with the boys. Fantastic. But the Trejo, the composure, the skill, he slipped it into Quezada. What a finish. And it comes from what we're saying. The team last year would have gone and played out from the back and put themselves under pressure. They said, no, we're going to go long. They've gone long. Trejo's got the ball. Good skill. Great ball in. What a touch from Quezada. And all he's had to do is slot it past the goalkeeper. Nothing he could do this time. And it's a grown-up Lights team. It is a grown-up Lights team. They've changed the style of play. They've gone long. And look at the rewards.
Alvaro Quezada, 2 goals last year. His first in 2022. For the product of UC Irvine. 22 years of age. Sometimes last year he was at his best coming from the outside back position. He's more of a midfielder tonight, but well-timed run and a wonderful first touch.
That was a great first time. It was perfect from Trejo. He's put it into his path. But it's still a tricky one when you're running into the area like that to take the touch in the perfect spot. And it's a great finish. But as we said, the Lights, it's just, they switched it up a little bit here. We see them doing the possession again. They decided to, no, we're under a little bit of pressure. Let's go long. Let's relieve ourselves a little bit. And they've gone and scored a goal from it.
A beautiful team goal. Here's Musovski in space. Runs into Farrell. How will Phoenix respond to this 2-goal deficit?
Well, they looked like they were going to be the more likely to score the next goal, weren't they? They really have dominated the second half. They've created more opportunities. They've been getting a lot of opportunities in the wide areas. Las Vegas really rode their luck a little bit. Kind of a bit of a confidence killer for the Rising, isn't it? When you're playing so well to get that second goal against you. But from what we've seen so far tonight, this game is most certainly not over yet.
Direct from Phoenix, a little push in the back. Lara plays through it. Professional play there. Did not ask for a foul, stayed on his feet and cleared it.
No, the attitude of all the players has been great. We saw one foul on Quezada earlier. Well, it wasn't even a foul. It was a strong tackle, and he never even flinched. He just got on with it. The attitude of both players, both teams, has been fantastic. They played it in the right manner.
Laid back. Sai Haas wide. Calistri into the area. It's Crisostomo again. He has been exceptional helping out Traore on that left side.
And then having the composure to find the pass out of defense as well.
Sai Haas, a little 1-2, well defended. It's Trejo all the way back on the edge of his 18-yard box to help the defenders.
He's got the confidence, hasn't he? You see the way he's playing. He's in a dangerous area, but he's got that sharpness tonight. He's stopping starting defenders. Even in dangerous areas, he's running out and freeing the team from being under pressure.
2 changes coming for Las Vegas. You can see it at the 4th officials table. Frank Taloma and Julian Gaines. Gaines earned a LAFC contract last year after a good start to the season for Las Vegas Lights. Frank Taroma was a ever-present starter for Steve Tarundolo. And Daroma's going to try and see out his first ever victory against Phoenix after some heavy defeats last year.
It shows the strength of the squad, doesn't it? Daroma, I thought, was outstanding last season. Gaines as well, when he played in the right back position. So I'm guessing they're going to move Lara into the midfield alongside Daroma. Maybe Daroma comes in to be the ball player. Lara will go into midfield to offer the strength, and Gaines will go in at right back. And Björschel will maybe move one more in central.
Could be Björschel very good in the air. If it's going to be more direct from Phoenix here in the last 20 minutes, use the height and aerial ability of the Norwegian.
Or Gaines could slip in at centre half as well, potentially.
The two goal scorers come off. Trejo in the 12th minute moments ago from Alvaro Quezada. Quezada in the 68th minute.
I thought Quezada was outstanding. I really did. I think his effort, he's up and down, he's box to box all day. And obviously he was rewarded with a lovely finish.
Sure, you might own golds, but do you own digital golds? Buy Bitcoin with cash at any of the 5,000 CoinCloud ATM locations all around the country. Visit coin.cloud for more details.
I'm not sure what's happened here. Did you see anything happen? There's obviously a rising player down, injured.
I did not see it, Andrew.
I've not seen anything.
Darnell King, the captain, second year with Phoenix, talking things over with the referee, Joseph Salinas.
Jennings obviously been saying there's a few angry words being said from the Rising, but the Lights players seem very relaxed, so I'm not sure what has happened. Something's obviously riled up those Rising players, though. They could move him onto one of the beds, though, for a massage.
It is Manuel Madrid receiving treatment. Thumbs up from the trainer. He is ready to go.
Hey, you get one of those bed tickets, you get right in the action, don't you?
Björschel throws it in out of Cal State Los Angeles, his pro debut tonight.
His pro debut, he's looked like he's been a pro for a while. He's not put his foot wrong, has he? It's been outstanding.
Well, the National Player of the Year Division II and a defender. So all the defenders out there, you can win Player of the Year in a league. He did that at the Division II level for Cal State LA last year.
Should never happen, should it? All the attackers need to hang their head in shame.
There's Jennings, excellent there. Spinning away from his man, wide to the left. Here's Gaines. First touch! Oh, nearly an assist from Osofsky. Backside shot is blocked. It was Gaines nearly with an assist in his first touch off the substitutes bench.
Brilliant from Gaines, all the way down to the line. And what composure from him on his weaker side to just put it into a perfect position on the 6-yard box. And Masovsky is just, to be fair to Masovsky, on his weaker side, it's a difficult skill. You're running at such pace to try and guide the ball. It isn't easy. But a great opportunity for the Lights again.
Corner kick here. Jorge Almaguer delivers. Good spot, and it's pushed wide. A few Vegas players were there.
I thought it was in. And I think Mr. Durant thought it was in as well, because he almost ran off celebrating. Well, it's a great ball in for Malaga.
Direct from Phoenix. Cleared up by Traore. Off the chest of Masovsky. Now Darnell King. Joey Calistri. That's a nice 1-2 back for Calistri, but Traore does just enough. Here's the corner kick from Las Vegas a moment ago.
He's whipped in from Almagar. And is it Gaines that's coming in at the front post, and he's sliced it a little bit. He just hasn't had enough purchase on the ball, but if he gets a good purchase on that, it's going to land in the back of the net.
Quinn and Rodriguez, some frustration there. Quinn hit the post from a similar distance earlier. This is from a wider area. Skimmed on and just too far. Pretty good idea. Looked like Manuel Madrid. Just a glancing header troubling Tomas Romero.
Quinn can put a dangerous ball in, can't he? He's just walked onto it and just put the pace, and that's a good effort. It's all about the delivery there, and they've got a goal.
Phoenix has a goal back in the 77th minute. Mawar bringing it back to the midfield stripe.
I'm guessing it's come from a goal kick. We've mentioned earlier they've passed out from the back. They've tried to play out from the back, and against a team like the Rising, you make a mistake and it's in. It's Rapateau with the finish, and the Lights have just managed to let the Rising back into the game with an error. We saw earlier where they just played long. Maybe the confidence of being too ahead made Romero play it out from the back, and they've been punished there, the Rising. And we said at 2-0 it wasn't over, and the Rising will not stop, and this game is anyone's to take now.
Claudio Repetto from Genoa, Italy, the 25-year-old. Signed with Charleston last year, 9 goals, 3 assists in 24 appearances. This is his first season with Phoenix. The product of the Genoa Academy in Italy. He moved to the United States to play college soccer, Grandview University, NAIA school in Des Moines. There's pressure from Jennings all the way back to Lunt. And a learning lesson that time from Tomas Romero as he learns how to play out of the back under pressure.
Yeah, we mentioned it, but he's not put a foot wrong, really, the whole game on the ball.
Here's a cross deflected. Calistri lets it bounce, drives it back in the mix. It's blocked by DeRoma. Now Julian Gaines. Good balance and strength. Phoenix asking for a foul. They'll get it. Maybe his right arm extended.
This is the motion of play for me. I think that's harsh. The guy's really run into his art. But to be fair, yeah, I take that back. It's a bit of a flailing arm. There's no malice in it, but I think the referee is well within his rights to give a free kick there.
Rodriguez and Quinn. Quinn's going to leave this one for Arturo Rodriguez, the 23-year-old Mexican. Clipped in, headed wide.
Good ball, perfect ball. Was it actually Quinn that ran onto it? No, it took 21.
Calistri.
It was Calistri, the substitute, who attacked it well and just needed to use the pace of the ball.
Deco Keenan now will come on. He started at New Mexico, the Israeli. He comes off the bench here as a sub for Enrique Durant. A late signing last year, well-traveled in the USL Championship. And he comes on here for Danny Musovski.
Yeah, this is a classic. Get the experience on, get an extra defender. You're under pressure a little bit. You don't want to give the 1-goal lead up. Bring on the well-traveled central defender. And you see there the first thing he's done. He's told his goalkeeper, we're not going short. We're going to go long. We're going to make sure we stay tight, and we're not going to give up any more silly opportunities like led to the goal.
37-year-old played 2 years with Sacramento before Las Vegas last year. 5 appearances before that with FC Cincinnati. 27 caps as well for the Israeli national team. Phoenix playing quickly. The cross from Calistri, helped on by Leon. It's a deep throw in for Phoenix. Cross from the left, out for a goal kick. What's the difference between Bitcoin and NASA? Bitcoin's actually going to the moon. Download the Coin Cloud mobile app and start building your crypto portfolio today. 81st minute.
I'll tell you, this is a test for the Lights, and they haven't really put a foot wrong. They've been fantastic all day. Now's a test to see, do you have the professionalism in a game like this? You're under pressure. Can you find the way to win a game? At times last year, they maybe gave it up in the second half, didn't hold leads, didn't show the professionalism that you need. But can they tonight find a way to win a game?
Pressure from Gaines up front. Throw in on the far side for Las Vegas. 1 all-time win for Las Vegas against Phoenix. 9 defeats. A heavy one at home, 6-3 last Settling touch from Gaines. Jennings trying to turn the corner. He's won a corner. A lot of freedom for Julian Gaines. It's rare with the team with the lead. So much freedom for a player to move all across the field.
Yeah, we tried to think that we're going to go into defense, but they've obviously just put him in as a midfielder, just show his energy, show his strength in there. And yeah, I like seeing that from Jennings. He's even in the last minute, he's going to run with the ball, isn't he?
Jorge Almaguer from the corner. It's a good
Great
one,
ball.
And it's headed wide. Good chance there for Tony Leon. Maybe a flag up on the far side.
I think it went out with play before it bent back in.
Lunt will restart. The former USL Goalkeeper of the Year 2 years ago with Louisville City. Out of the Hertha Berlin Academy before Akron.
He's had a good game, hasn't he?
3 or 4 really good saves.
Really good saves. 1v1 a couple of times. Made himself big, but got down low when he needed to.
Quinn will try to dictate from a deeper position here. Excellent switch for Calistri. Joey Calistri against Mohamed Traore. Saihas. Quinn. Here's DeRoma. Backs out of that challenge. Calistri cuts inside Traore. Joey Calistri tried one more cut. It was Gaines to save the day inside the area.
Brilliant from Gaines. Traore sold himself a little bit. Calistri was able to cut inside him. But when you get done like that, you need your defender in behind you. And great play from Gaines to win the tackle.
Quinn. Here's a Phoenix throw and Las Vegas throw with Mohamed Traore. Great emotion from Enrique Duran, giving a thumbs up. Wants his players to stay focused.
Yeah, sometimes you need a coach showing that tenacity on the sideline. Sometimes you get to the last 5 minutes of a game and the energy kind of drops. He's trying to bring the energy into the players.
Jorge Almaguer, a yellow card in his home debut. Last 3 years with North Texas SC, 56 appearances in League One. Before that, 9 years in the FC Dallas Academy.
I think he's done well as well, hasn't he? Him and Crisostomo in central midfield have been solid, and he's got himself around. He's maybe a little bit of an unsung hero tonight.
Ryan Flood about to come on for Rick Shantz. Direct ball headed away to Kelkinen with his aerial prowess showing there. Good push here from Phoenix, wide to Calistri. His cross headed wide. Kept in, and good hands from Romero.
King coming from right back. He makes some darting runs, doesn't he, King? I think there's been about 3 chances he's had tonight in that similar area. What Phoenix are doing right now is they're getting acres of space here on the right-hand side. And Calistri's, that's a great ball into the box, really. He's tried to deflect the head around. But maybe need to push Gaines out a little bit to go score one-on-one with Calistri, because he is the out ball for Phoenix.
Free kick given to Las Vegas. Near the corner flag, it's Gaines again. The Energizer Bunny off the bench. He's been outstanding. Here comes Ryan Flood, great story. He tried out for Phoenix 3 times before finally earning a contract. Came over from FC Arizona, head coach Dave Rogers. He played against Phoenix in the US Open Cup while with FC Arizona. Flood is in. After Gaines earns the free kick. Played short to Cal Jennings, 1 versus 2. It's one back in the area. And just too long, the offside flag was up. Almaguer was in an offside position.
It's good though, they didn't just throw the ball into the box. They wasted a little bit more time with some decent play in the corner. That's the professionalism we mentioned earlier. There's got to find a way to waste time. You've got to find a way to win the game.
Here comes Phoenix rising. All those black shirts in the area, there's 6 of them. Turning the corner and cleared. Instant energy from Ryan Flood, the Tempe native.
I gasped a little bit. Björschel going to ground in the box. You left a trailing leg. You've got to be careful whenever you go to ground in the area.
Flood replaced Manuel Madrid. His header there is wide. Las Vegas goal kick coming up. Danny Trejo opened the scoring in the 12th minute. Alvaro Quezada in the 68th. Off a poor clearance. In the 77th minute, Claudio Repetto capitalized, assisted by Calistri to pull Phoenix within a goal. It remains 2-1 here in the 87th.
We're at the stage now where the Rising's just going to go forward. They're just going to play it long. Vegas need Cal Jennings to hold the ball up. They need Traore there. There's no rush. You're in the last minute. I think possibly he was offside anyway. But just they need to find a way to keep the ball in the Phoenix area.
Flood pushing forward at the left back position. Low cross. Leon clears. Crisostomo, great composure. Daroma earns a free kick and a booking.
Very good from Daroma. Very, very, very good. He saw the man coming steaming, then his first touch is everything there. Take him away from, put it in a position where the defender's got no chance of getting the ball. Win a free kick, save yourself, save the team a minute.
Looks like Joe Farrell pushing forward. It is Farrell.
Perfect. It's a stonewall yellow card, but the first touch from Frank Daroma is, we mentioned it last year all the time. He's so good in those tight little spaces. He plays the space very, very well. He has that low center of gravity where he can turn so quickly.
Are you Team Shiba Inu or a proud member of the Doge family? Enter the Cryptoverse with any of the 40+ cryptocurrencies available on the CoinCloud Bitcoin ATM network. Visit coin.cloud for more details. 89th minute, 2-1 Las Vegas. And the home opener for Las Vegas Lights. Good defending. It was Repetto running out of steam. 25-year-old from Genoa, Italy. Millions of people have made the transition from paper currency to crypto. Join the revolution. Make your first Bitcoin purchase today. Visit coin.cloud to find a Bitcoin ATM machine near you.
See now, no playing out from the back. Tell Romero to hit it long as far as you can. Get the team shape tight.
Away from Tomas Romero. Farrell, strong header one. It goes right to Flood. Flood joins the attack. Rodriguez clips it in. And a strong header. It had to be there from Morten Bjørshol. He concedes a corner, but I think a wise play.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those where you're at the stage now, don't take any chances. He could maybe have tried to shepherd it out, but no, as a defender, just head it out and defend the next ball that comes in.
Marito's corner kick for Phoenix. Last touch by Las Vegas. It's another corner kick for Phoenix Rising.
Oh, here comes the big goalkeeper.
Here comes the goalkeeper, Benjamin Lunt, 6'6" in the green jersey for Phoenix.
Miss hit clearance and another corner.
Corner kick for Phoenix. Quinn ready to take it. Lunt finding his position. Lofted cross, cleared, headed back in by Flood. Headed straight in the air, Romero stays back. Gaines heads it across the area. Quinn, Daroma nearly got there. And look at that from Daroma into a sliding challenge. It's a throw-in for Phoenix. it was Al McGuire sliding as well.
It's hearts in the mouth stuff, isn't it? Get the ball into the danger area. The Lights desperate defending. Phoenix desperately trying to find something. And here, I think this is a smart substitution. Take a little bit more time off the clock.
2 more. Christian Torres and Roberto Molina. Al McGuire departs. There's Roberto Molina. Al McGuire encouraging words from head coach Enrique Duran. Kyle Jennings also departs. Jennings and Al McGuire off. Molina is on with Christian Torres.
We're going to have a long throw here from Jai.
Babukar Jai, 26-year-old from the Gambia, heaves it towards the box. Headed out. That's Kel Keenan. Jai with the cross. Goal kick to Las Vegas. A minimum of 5 minutes will be added on. We're through 2 minutes of those.
This is where Romero, his experience in the first team last year, comes in. When you're in a MLS game where it matters so much to win a game, you'll pick up all of the tricks in the book to waste time, and that's what his experience will be teaching his teammates here in the Lights, how to eke out those last few minutes to get a victory.
Las Vegas throw it. Traore will take it. Helped on by DeRoma. Torres back central. Would you have liked Torres to have kept that towards the sideline?
Yeah, he could, but it wasn't. It was a good ball in, actually.
Here comes Flood. Crossing. And blocked. Phoenix relentless. They're 7 or 8 in the final third right now.
That was a rash challenge there. Very rash challenge on DeRoma. I'm not sure who it was.
Arturo Rodriguez.
He's given DeRoma the opportunity to go down, kill the game a little bit more. Yeah. The Lights are not going to be in a rush, are they? Push everybody up, get that ball as far up the pitch as possible.
Tomas Romero direct. Cool header from Farrell. Back to Benjamin Lunt. The German punts away. Flicked on. Foot race. Calistri and Traore. Traore does well. Throw into Phoenix. About a minute to go. Rodriguez. We'll pull it back. Jai. Rodriguez, his cross is blocked. Still Phoenix in possession. Saihas dispossessed by DeRoma. Torres in a foot race. Torres could not turn the corner. It's played all the way back and cleared by Lund. Just enough there from Jai for Phoenix. Back to the left side. Phoenix pushing everyone forward. Quinn could not settle it on the far side.
Yeah, you thought Torres with his fresh legs was going to get away from Jai, but I think Jai is probably one of the only players for the Rising that would have had the athleticism to get back in. But still, great shape from the Lights. They're just keeping the Rising in front of them, not getting anyone getting behind.
Maybe one final push for Phoenix. Headed central by Calistri. Molina tracking back against Flood. To the corner flag. And full time from Las Vegas. Phoenix is asking for the corner. Not given by the referee, Joseph Salinas. And for the first time since their inaugural season, Las Vegas has defeated Phoenix Rising.
Undeservedly so. It was a fantastic performance. It had everything. It had good defensive situations. So we had
post-match fireworks going just seconds after the full-time whistle.
Yeah, it's good to see. We want the entertainment in Las Vegas, don't we? They don't want to listen to me talk and get the fireworks on.
What'd you make of this match, Andrew?
I thought it was fantastic. I thought it had absolutely everything. Phoenix had the territory they had to try and probe. They just didn't have their usual cutting edge, but I thought the Lights had that in abundance when they went forward. They always threatened Jennings, Masovsky, and Danny Trejo was outstanding. Goal and assist for him, and the game had everything. It was back and forth, and the Lights showed the experience they gained last year.
Well, the fireworks are presented by Red Apple Fireworks. So is the Get Lit moment of the match. And the Get Lit moment of the match is this goal from Alvaro Quezada.
Yeah, put on a plate to him by Danny Trejo. Good skill, great pass, and a lovely finish from Quezada. But Quezada's goal rounded off a performance where he was up and down. The energy, I would like to know the miles he puts in the game. Lovely play from Trejo. And that is the cutting edge that the Lights had tonight.
Get Lit moment presented by Red Apple Fireworks, located over the hump in Pahrump. Fireworks have begun. We will come back and wrap it up. Full time in Las Vegas. Las Vegas Lights 2, Phoenix Rising 1.
Subs is celebrating 50 years as your neighborhood sandwich shop. From a single sub shop in Sparks, Nevada, we've grown to serve local communities all across the western United States. Things have changed over the years, but every sub is still sliced fresh, served on fresh baked bread, just as we did 50 years ago. Visit your neighborhood Port of Subs today, or order online at portofsubs.com, or download our app for easy ordering and special offers.
Sliced fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
Yo sé que tú puedes.
Tú puedes hacerlo, yo creo en ti. Estoy tan orgulloso de ti.
No estás solo, estoy aquí para ti.
No te rindas.
Deja de fumar y vapear, por favor.
Please.
Sigue intentándolo, vale la pena.
Eres la persona más fuerte que conozco.
Fuerte.
Yo te admiro.
Yo te
admiro.
Yo te admiro.
Eres mi modelo a seguir.
Deja de fumar y vapear hoy.
Hazlo por ti.
Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por ti.
Hazlo por ti. Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por mí.
Hazlo por nosotros.
Nuestros niños están mirando. Para obtener ayuda gratuita para dejar de fumar y vapear, llame a la línea de ayuda de Nevada al 1855 déjelo ya. Es el 1855 déjelo ya. 1855-335-3569. Por mí, por ti, por nosotros. Viva saludable.
Post-game fireworks after the 2022 home opener for Las Vegas Lights. And the home side, a resounding victory, 2-1 tonight over Phoenix Rising FC. And welcome back, Matt Peterson with the former Houston Dynamo midfielder Andrew Driver. That was a great game.
Oh, yeah, it had everything, didn't it? It was great to watch. End-to-end stuff, two different styles of play, and they played out brilliantly, and it was a fantastic victory for the Las Vegas Lights.
It's a first win as a first-team head coach at the professional level for Enrique Duran, first-year head coach, and he really managed this differently than last year for Phoenix. He let the lone players from LAFC play the 90 minutes, and he also just showed the experience of some of the younger players in year two.
Yeah, you saw the growth. They gained so much experience last year. Probably didn't go as well as they would have liked, but tonight you saw the professionalism, you saw the experience they've gained. They put the body on the line, their shape was fantastic, and then when they really needed to, they could attack. The likes of Jennings, Masovsky, And Danny Trejo, who was absolutely fantastic, by the way, scored a goal and an assist. They were ruthless when they needed to be, and if it wasn't for the goalkeeper of the Rising, they could have had a couple more goals. But it was a great game to watch, and fair play to the Rising. They kept going up until the last whistle, but it was a Lights team that was dogged, and they had the experience, and those lone players from LAFC performed tonight and really showed how much it means to them.
Well, the last time these two met, it was last fall, a day game, a 6-3 win for Phoenix. That changed tonight in the 2022 opener. And early on, it was Phoenix applying the pressure, but against the run of play, it was Las Vegas opening the score.
Yeah, this is a goal for Quezada to go 2-1 up. He's Trejo. He showed the composure and the ability. He's got plenty of step overs, plenty of trickiness, and you see this is a team that's all together. You see all the team coming together to celebrate, and it was just so deserved.
Enrique Duran and his staff fired up after that second goal for Las Vegas. Celebration. And then they tried to play out of the back all night. That's the LAFC way. That's the Las Vegas Lights way. And from this corner kick, did not work out.
Didn't work out. It was a good effort, a good whipping ball from Almaguer. Another home debut for him. He was fantastic on the night as well. It was a real team effort from the Lights, even though they were offensively great. There's the goal for the Rising. A mistake from Romero, probably playing out too from the back. They got a little bit overconfident, and Rapato with a nice slit finish underneath Romero.
Claudio Rapato, 9 for Charleston last year, his first for Phoenix this year. So we saw many of these games last year, Andrew. Phoenix really had its way against Las Vegas, and there was oftentimes the lone player subbed at halftime, subbed in the 60th minute or 75th minute. It felt like they went all out for the win tonight.
Yeah, but it was a real team effort. I think the spine of the Lights team tonight was so much stronger. It comes with experience. I think they probably played 20, 30 games last year as a team, and you really saw that team spirit come through tonight. And then when you have the likes of Daroma coming off the bench, like the strength is there. And if you can play like they played tonight against one of the best teams in the USL Championship, you have a great chance to put a run together.
Tomas Romero, 18 starts last year for LAFC, bringing that MLS experience back to Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's what you see. You're winning 2-1 against the top team with 5 minutes to go. It can be difficult. Young guys, potentially last year, they would have given up the lead. They would have gone behind or let Phoenix back in. But the likes of Romero coming back, they eked out the time. They knew when to hold on, to waste that little bit extra seconds. And they went on and won the game.
Danny Trejo, the man of the match. He opened the scoring and did quite a bit more. Well-deserved from Leona.
Yeah, this was great play from Jennings. And for me, yeah, Trejo, definitely man of the match. You get a goal and assist, it's a great evening. But this is a lovely finish. Nothing the goalkeeper could do.
Okay, Andrew Driver, so it's a 2-1 win. First win against Phoenix since the inaugural season. What's your number one takeaway from this win for Las Vegas?
Well, you've seen they've got the ability now. The confidence is there, the ability is there. Now can you build on this? It's a long season, as we know. Now the Lights need to go on and win a few games and get everyone really excited and get that momentum behind this team. And it could be a special season. They've shown that they have the ability tonight.
Well, next weekend, it's Memphis coming to town for an inter-conference rivalry match. And Las Vegas will try to make it 2 wins in 2. That will do it from the home opener tonight. Danny Trejo in the first half, Alvaro Quezada in the second half, and Las Vegas Lights sends the home fans home with fireworks and with 3 points. It was 6-3 Phoenix last year. Well, that was last year. Here in 2022, Enrique Duran's boys have a different look. Trejo and Quezada, team defending. It was enough tonight. For Andrew Driver and our entire crew, Matt Peterson saying so long. Where this one ends, Las Vegas Lights 2, Phoenix Rising 1.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.